For centuries, people have been relying heavily on caffeine just so they can wake up. But few actually understand how it works or how to use it to improve focus, workouts, and fat loss. In this video, I'm gonna break down how caffeine works in the body, the effects it has on the brain and performance, how to actually use it strategically, not just habitually. Let's start with what caffeine actually is and how it works in the body. Caffeine is a natural stimulant found in coffee, tea, cacao, and many supplements. It's the most widely used psychoactive substance in the world, and for a good reason. When you drink caffeine, it travels to your bloodstream and it reaches your brain. There, it works by blocking a neurotransmitter called adenosine. Adenosine is a molecule that builds up throughout the day and makes you tired. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors, so your brain doesn't get the signals that it's tired. That's why you feel more alert, focused and awake after having a coffee or an energy drink. But that's not all. Caffeine also increases dopamine and norepinephrine, also known as adrenaline. These are the feel-good and focus chemicals. That's why caffeine can make you feel motivated, improve your reaction time, and enhance your concentration. Now, timing does matter. Caffeine usually gets absorbed after 20 to 45 minutes and it has a half-life of around 3 to 6 hours, which means half of it is still in your system hours later. This is why drinking caffeine late in the day can absolutely wreck your sleep. Even if you fall asleep fast, the quality of your sleep will likely be worse. To sum it up, caffeine keeps you awake by blocking the feeling of tiredness. It increases your alertness and motivation by boosting important neurotransmitters. And if used properly, it can be a powerful performance enhancer. But misuse it and you'll pay the price in sleep and recovery. Now let's talk about why athletes, lifters, and even weekend warriors use caffeine to boost performance. Because the benefits go way beyond just feeling more awake. First, let's start with endurance. Caffeine has been shown to increase fat oxidation, meaning that your body starts to use more fat for fuel instead of burning all of your glycogen stores right away. This helps improve stamina, especially in endurance sports and prolonged workouts. It also reduces something called perceived effort. In simple terms, your brain thinks the workout is actually easier than it is. When it comes to strength and power, caffeine can enhance something called neuromuscular drive. Basically, it improves the connection between your brain and your muscles. That means stronger muscle contractions, better explosiveness, and sharper motor control. In studies, caffeine has been linked to small but meaningful improvements in maximum strength, sprint speed, and even vertical jump. Now, what about focus? This is where caffeine really shines. It sharpens reaction time, improves mental clarity, and it even reduces the perception of pain during training. That's why many people feel more motivated and confident after a pre-workout coffee. It's not just the buzz, it's actually altering your brain chemistry in a way that boosts your output. Whether you're training for a marathon, hitting a heavy lift, or just trying to stay sharp during a long session, caffeine can give you real performance edge. But that's of course if you know how to use it right. Alright, now that you know how caffeine works and what it can do for your performance, let's talk about how to actually use it strategically. To get the best results for performance, the ideal time to consume caffeine would be 45 to 60 minutes prior to your event. That would give it enough time to reach peak levels in your blood and give you the strongest effect. A good general guideline is 3 to 6 milligrams of caffeine per kilogram of body weight. For someone who weighs around 70 kilos, that's between 210 and 420 milligrams of caffeine. But if you're sensitive to caffeine or you're new to it, start on the lower end and assess how your body responds. Now, here's where the most people go wrong. They take the same dose every day for everything. For the gym, for tired mornings, whatever. And the problem here is that your body builds a tolerance very quick. If you're slamming coffee or energy drinks every single day, eventually it will stop having that same effect on you. So you need more just to feel the same effect. That's why it's smarter to limit or cycle your intake. One way to do that is to save your caffeine for only your most intense workouts or for the days that performance really matter. Skipping it on rest days or on days that you don't have as much mentally demanding tasks would generally be a good idea. This will allow your body to reset your adenosine system, so whenever you take caffeine again, you will have this beneficial effect. Also, don't rely on caffeine to mask your bad habits. If you're sleeping poorly, eating low quality food, or overtraining, caffeine might give you a temporary boost, but it won't fix the underlying problem. Think of caffeine as a performance enhancer and not a crutch. Use it wisely. It's incredibly effective. Used carelessly, it can just dig you deeper into fatigue and burnout. Now let's quickly cover the potential downsides of caffeine, because even though it's effective, it's not harmless if you misuse it. First, there's the obvious stuff. Too much caffeine can cause jitters, anxiety, increased heart rate, and restlessness. And that could be even more pronounced if you take caffeine on empty stomach and you combine it with a lot of stress from your environment. Second, it can wreck your sleep. Even if you fall asleep fine, your deep and REM sleep can be reduced without you even realizing it. That means poor recovery, more fatigue the next day, and the cycle of needing more caffeine. There's also dependence. If you use caffeine weeks or months, your body adjusts to it. And when you stop, you might get withdrawal symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, headaches, irritability, and those can last from a few days to a few weeks. Also, be aware of hidden sources. Caffeine isn't just in coffee. It's also in pre-workouts, fat burners, energy drinks, sodas, dark chocolate, and even in some medications as well. Make sure to track your intake. If you're feeling overstimulated, not sleeping well, or just don't get the same kick out of caffeine, that's a sign you might need a rest. Take 7 to 10 days off to reset your sensitivity and then reintroduce it with intention. It's advised to take the minimal effective dose so you can continue having the same effects throughout time. Here's the bottom line. Caffeine isn't just a pick-me-up. It's a powerful stimulant and performance enhancer. It can boost endurance, strength, focus, and even fat burning, but only if you use it with strategy and not out of habit. So use it intelligently. Be smart about the dosage and be smart about the timing, and don't let it replace real recovery. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.